Hey guys, it's Jen and Mr. Easton right here. We are going to record his 6-month update. Ooh, and he's gonna jump for you. Oh, this is gonna get loud. Are you getting excited? Are you getting excited? He is actually 6.5 months now, but just now getting around to recording this, but I don't have any notes on what I'm even going to say for this video. This is one of his favorite things that he likes to do when he's happy, is to get in here and play and jump. Yeah. So he is 6.5 months old now, and I don't know exactly how much he weighs or how tall he is or anything. We don't go for his 6-month well visit until April 3rd, and that is closer to when he's going to be 7 months old. And I'll insert, you know, how much he weighs and everything in the description box below. He is happy right now, but he has been completely opposite of my daughter Kaylin. That's loud, buddy. He has been a needy baby. He likes to snuggle and cuddle, and he wants your attention. He's not too independent. As he's gotten older, he has played on the floor more by himself. The first 3 months, I've done that update, but the first 3 months were really hard with him. He has reflux, and we got him on medication at 3 months old. Is still on the Prevacid, and that helps. That definitely helps with the reflux. We haven't started to, you know, wean him off of it to see how he'll do with that. I think the doctor's probably going to recommend it at his 6-month well visit. But I guess we'll see how that goes. I'm kind of scared too. Between months 3 and 4, he was really good. I mean, we were getting a really good routine. He was happier because he wasn't in pain from the reflux. He was really, really good. And then bam, 4 months hit, and after I recorded his 4-month well visit, all hell broke loose. He started the 4-month sleep regression. So that good baby we once knew that we got to experience for 1 month, turned into a very fussy baby again. He was waking up every hour, 2 hours at night, was not napping good during the day, was just so fussy because he was overtired. It was a mess. It was a hard month. It lasted for a month long. And then starting at 5 months, he kind of started getting a little bit better, you know, as far as sleeping and temperament goes. But, and then at 6 months, which he's, you know, just turned 6 months not long ago, he started again, a little after 6 months, he started again with waking up during the night, at least once, because he was, from 2 to 4 months, he was sleeping about 12 hours a night. Would go to bed around 7:30, 8, and wake up 7:30, 8 in the morning. And then the 4-month sleep regression lasted for a month, and then after that ended, he started sleeping better. And then at 6 months, it started again with starting to wake during the night and not wanting to go back to sleep. He didn't just wake wanting to eat. He woke and fussed and fussed and fussed. Even if I fed him, he still fussed and just didn't want to go back to sleep. So I think now it's because he is just developing so much. He's learning so many things right now. He has already been rolling in both directions. He has perfected that a while back. But now he's starting to crawl. So he is getting anywhere that he wants to go. He is not quite all the way on hands and knees crawling. He'll do more of the army crawl, kind of on his arms right here, and then moving his legs with him. But he can sure scoot and get somewhere doing that. Occasionally in the middle of that, it will be like a full-on hands and knees crawl. But he can get where he wants to go like that. He's already getting into things. He is a very active baby. He doesn't like to just sit still. Even if you're holding him, he wants to be turning, looking around, and then if you hold him in that position, he tries to turn. He's never still. He likes to be moving. So I think we're in for it with him. I'm sorry guys, I'm sure that's really, really loud. We are still breastfeeding. He has only had breast milk, no formula or anything. He does get bottles of express breast milk occasionally, but not too often at all, because he's always with me. It's so much easier for me to just nurse him. It's hard to pump and give a bottle at the same time. So he wants me. Even if, you know, my husband's here and if he gets fussy, he wants me. Like no one else can comfort him like I can. And he just finds comfort in me because he's with me all the time, you know? So, yes you are, hey. So that's one thing. He is definitely a mama's boy, right now anyways. We are still cloth diapering, and that's going good. A couple times we have used some natural kind of disposables for a diaper rash, and I stripped all of his cloth diapers and everything, but he still occasionally gets it. So I think it's just from, and it's not even like on his butt, it's like on the side of his legs, and it's since he's been more active. So I think it's just the wetness of the diaper, the cloth diaper or whatever that's rubbing against his legs, and so that aggravates his skin. He has really, really sensitive skin. So I think that's what it is. 3 or 4 days ago, I started to try solids with him, solid foods, and I gave him avocado the first day, and he did not like it at all. He took a bite, kind of made a face, then took another bite and was just like, oh, what is this? And then he willingly took another one, and then he just started making this face and he spit it out, and then he started gagging, and then he spit up a little bit because he was gagging. So I said, okay, you know, you don't have to start anymore. And then since he didn't like that so much, and Kaylin didn't like avocado either, but the next day I tried banana, and he ate a few bites and then just kind of made a face like he didn't want to eat anymore, but not as disgusted as with the avocado. And then the next day, I guess which was yesterday, I gave him more banana, and he actually ate a little bit more that time and was kind of a little bit more open to it. So I think it's just the whole texture thing. He's just really not used to it at all. We'll just slowly introduce things. I'm not in any big rush. You know, the breast milk that he's getting is good enough for him. So he likes to play on the floor. He does like to be in his little jumperoo occasionally, but it doesn't last long because he's just in one space. He likes to be able to move around. And so he gets on his little play mat, or used to get on his play mat. He starts out on his play mat, and then he's all around the living room and playing with different toys. He is sitting up, but he's still not perfected it. He can sit up unassisted, but not for long periods of time. And I think that he could if he didn't get so upset at times because he just wanted to be held, because he does like to be held. He has to be happy and in a good mood to want to do it. He is teething. He's been, it's been getting more and more for the past month and a half, 2 months or so. We still haven't had a tooth cut through on the bottom yet, but he's definitely chewing, gnawing on everything and drooling more. At times I think it is bothering him. He's not on a schedule. He just does what he wants throughout the day. Kaylin, she was like clockwork. We had the same schedule that she developed herself, and it worked perfect. Him, not so much. I mean, our day to day is different every day. It's kind of, you know, the same, but he wakes up at different times. He naps at different times. Sometimes he completely refuses a nap, and other times he just can't wait for his nap. Hi. You can do a sweet face. But hey, usually naps last 40 to 45 minutes. I might get 2 a day. Sometimes if I'm lucky, I get 3 of those shorter naps. Yesterday was perfect. He actually he fussed a little bit at night, a few hours after he went down, and then he went to sleep. And then he slept all the way through the night, and he got a 2.5 hour nap at 10:30 yesterday, and then about another hour nap around 3:15 yesterday. So if he could do that every day, that'd be perfect, but we're already off of that today because it is, oh gosh, I don't even know what time, 11 o'clock, after 11 o'clock, and he has not had his nap yet. He just had a little rest while he was nursing. So I'm gonna put him down and we'll see. Ooh, we'll see how long of a nap he gets. I bet it's probably just 45 minutes. But so that makes it really hard for me to get anything done when I just have those short naps. He is still in 6-month clothes. He is more on the smaller side, just like Kaylin was, but not as small as she was. He still likes to be in the ergo. If we're out and about, he really doesn't stay in the stroller that well. He doesn't really last long, but he wants to be held, and so I'll put him in the ergo, and that's how he gets his naps when we're out, is when he's in the ergo. I usually use the ergo more because it's just quicker and easier for me to just throw in the stroller, and if we need it, I get it out, or anything like that. But it's just easier to put on than the wrap. I use the wrap at home if he just really wants to be held when I'm trying to get stuff done. But when we're out and about, especially if I'm by myself and with Kaylin, it's easier just to throw the ergo on. He sucks his fingers, mainly these 2 fingers, but pretty much any finger that he can get in his mouth, he sucks and chews on and all that. He will occasionally suck on a passy, but he'd prefer his fingers. But in situations in the car, or if we're out and about or something, I'll try to give him his passy and see, you know, how he'll do with that. But a lot of times if I give it to him, he ends up just holding it and like chewing on it. Which, whatever, he can do whatever he wants to, just as long as I get a little bit of time by it. His hair has started to come in a little bit more, but it's so light. Let's scoot up here. It's so light and blonde that you can't even really see it. We had his 6 months photos taken, and in those pictures, it looked like he's completely bald because his hair is so light, and we were outside and everything, so with the sun on it, it made it even lighter. His eyes are still like a bluish green color, like mine. So I was kind of hoping for that. His hasn't changed. Kaylin's changed to brown like her daddy's. He is smiling more and laughing more. He absolutely loves his big sister. She is the one that usually makes him smile and laugh, and she loves to play with him. And now that he's getting older and playing more, she's really, you know, having more fun with him. But now he is starting to, now that he's crawling around, he's starting to get Kaylin's toys, and she does not like that. It's just funny because she's been taking his toys and playing with his toys, you know, since he's started playing. And now he's starting to take her toys, and that's why we tell her, you know, you don't want him taking your toys, so, you know, don't take his toys from him, you know. And she's getting better about it. But this guy is a climber. He's like trying to climb up on me right now. If you're holding him, he will just like be climbing up, you know, your shoulder. Like I said, I think we're going to be in for it with this one. He's very active. We are still dairy free. I have around 6 months, a week or so before, different days I would introduce a little bit of dairy and saw, you know, just kind of observed how he reacted, you know, to it. And I think it's still no good. About what I've noticed each time and at different times of day when I would try it, about 7 to 8 hours is when I think that it is in my milk. The dairy has gone through my body and is in my milk. And then he'll nurse. And about an hour after he nurses, it's, you know, it's in his system, and that's when it starts hurting him. He's just crying nonstop. You can't really console him. You can just tell the way that he's acting that his tummy is really hurting him. So yes, I'm still not eating dairy, and that's just unfortunate. But I'd rather, you know, just that little sacrifice, you know, for a non-screaming baby is fine with me. So I guess that's it, guys, that I have, you know, to say about him. Like I said, I didn't have any notes. I just kind of did it from my head. I don't guess there's anything else. For naps, I usually just lay him down tired in his crib, and he will go to sleep on his own. He might fuss for 10 minutes, just like a little fuss, not like crying fussing, and then just go to sleep. That's how he does best. If I try to put him to sleep, it's like he won't even take a nap, or if he does, we spend triple the time that it would take for him to fall asleep on his own. And he is sleeping in his crib at nighttime. He has been for a while. All right, guys, I have to go put this little guy to bed. He is so tired now. He's so tired now. Can you say bye-bye? Can you say bye-bye? Huh? What are you looking at? Do you see Easton? Do you see Easton? No. Do you see Easton? You got those fingers. If I forgot anything, just comment and I will answer. He is an active little boy that's tired right now. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.